This dog was running down the street with a bone in his mouth when he accidentally hit a passerby's foot. The bone was thrown away. The dog runs through the crowd looking for it. A group of soldiers passes in front of him and the dog is too scared to come near. Suddenly, he smelled a scent and turned his head to look at the food in the hands of the woman next to him. He was salivating. One of the soldiers throws the dog a cookie. He gobbled it up and finished it in no time. The dog followed the group in order to get more food, and it was his action that later made him the greatest dog in America. He followed the procession to the barracks. Two soldiers stopped him. Instead of going through, the dog chose to enter through the fence. He followed the scent to the kitchen and drooled over the ribs. When the cook saw this, he kicked him out. While running away, he accidentally knocked down David. He got on top of David and begged for food. David told him he was out of cookies and to get out of there. The dog didn't leave, but looked at him favorably. Suddenly, the dog growled. The barking attracted the instructor's attention. The instructor asked whose dog it was. David was afraid of trouble and didn't say anything. The dog looked back at him. Now the instructor knew whose dog it was. Not only did he not punish David, he asked him to take care of the dog, and so the dog stayed in the barracks. In the following days, the dog ate with David every day and trained with him. Whether it was crossing obstacles or crawling, the dog could do it all. When David fell down, he would run to David's side and encourage him. Over time, the relationship between the dog and the man developed into a deep friendship. David named him Stubby. One day, the colonel came to inspect the barracks. He spotted the dog and asked who it belonged to. This time, David didn't keep quiet. He just admitted that it was his dog. Stubby hid behind David. David then gave the colonel a military salute. The dog followed suit. The colonel was amused. He announced that the dog was a member of the team. He could stay and train with the soldiers. Soon after, they had their first battle. The battlefield reeked of death, and the soldiers were on edge. Even Stubby, who was always lively, became quiet. Soon the soldiers arrived at the front. They spent the night in fear. Early the next morning, the enemy attacked.